I'm Melissa Lynch. I'm 48 years old, currently unhoused and living here on the street, playing my music and being Ma. That's my street name. Went to a Catholic school, grew up in Tweed, Ontario. I lived on a farm. We were a snowmobiling family, had a pretty free-range life, I had a really good childhood. I had a really good family core, happy life, lots of love. 15, 16, when my voice was finally what it was gonna be. And then when I was 27, actually, Canadian Idol came to Toronto, and I went up and I auditioned and I made it to the top 400. Now, if I'd had the confidence that I have now, and it was before I was playing guitar, I would have won that show. Like, hands down, I would have. And that's not me being big-headed at all, that's me knowing me. How I got here. When I was living up in Durham, I was up there for like almost 15 years. Left a bad relationship down here. Went off on my own. My mom thought I was like going off to meet some man in another city, and it wasn't that at all. It was me just branching out on my own finally. It was a hard decision. I missed out on a lot, but exactly where you're supposed to be, exactly when you're supposed to be there, I have to believe that I made the right decision. Whether I knew it then or know it now. I wanted to help people. I was working at a restaurant downtown Oshawa, spending my Friday night out trying to help people. So blankets, pillows, scarves, hats, coats. Then I found myself like practically on the street all weekend. And then it was every weekend. And I was like, why am I paying rent when I'm out? I have no family up there. I had to make my own friends. And the people on the street were more my family and friends than anyone else. I spent more time with them. I knew them better because you get to know someone right to their core. So I chose to be out on the street, saved myself some money. I've been on and off the street for close to 12 years. Like, a lot of people died. My family, In the same week, I lost Tater. He was like my grandfather. And then that was on the Saturday. And then on the Wednesday, I lost my mother. And then on the Friday, I walked up here to find that my brother-in-law, my best friend, passed away. It was a really fucking tough week. Bones broken, claiming an overdose. There's things that happen to him that don't happen when you overdose on drugs, Channing was found in that dumpster right behind you. And it's horrible to be the person that doesn't do those drugs, to sit here and watch it and live it and not get emotional about things. And when you love someone, I can help anyone, but when you love someone, you're very easily manipulated by that person, especially if they're addicted to drugs.
And I like beer. I don't like drugs. Fuck those drugs. I see all my friends die. I like a cold beer and a cigarette. That's it.
Being someone out on the street, you have to have a ride or die person. So you have to have a person always looking out for you. You have to. Being alone is one thing, but you have to still have that one person that you can go to, you can depend on, and it's really hard out here too, because these people in Belleville have been playing their hustles for a long time. You know, Richard, who is a really great friend to me, he said to me, you know, Mel, I used to be someone. I used to matter. I used to have a big house and a 2-car garage and a truck and a car and a family and a job. He's like, what am I now? You matter. You don't need all those things. So what? You're a different version of yourself now. But you still matter. You're still somebody. Not knowing that 3 days later, he'd be gone. That's how quick it can happen. And everyone's going to remember. I'm going to write a song about all my friends that passed away. I want to open my own facility and my family to be working with me. I have a closeness out here that I've never had with my own family. And I had a really good family. It's going to happen. You know, exactly where you're supposed to be, exactly when you're supposed to be there, right? So it's not meant to be right now, but it will be. And I'm going to become famous with my music. You know, I know this, I see this.